Hey there, sports fans! Ribbo here for Caravel Gaming. Sobered up now. Hangover is gone. So, there's no excuse not to make at least 8 wins, right? Well, we just played some Druid, so I guess we have to give Pally another bash and hope to at least get, like, a true silver champion this time round. Ooh! How lucky! 3 super strong cards to start this off, in fact. Okay, so let's think about this rationally. Kel'Thuzad, little bit of a win more card, isn't it? You know, so like if you've already got a couple of guys on the board, you play Kel'Thuzad, trade them off, and you win. Cairn, really good 6-drop. Pretty good against flame strikes and stuff like that. And Sylvanas, another obviously awesome 6-drop. Actually a really tough one. Cairn is very, very tempting at this point. I'm very much interested to hear what people are going to think of this one. I think it's quite a tough little first choice. I'm trying to think through all the cards that Paladin's going to get afterwards. I mean, you really do want to take Kel'Thuzad, but those other two are quite tempting as well. What's going to have the biggest effect on the game? I mean, because I like offensive decks, so generally, you know, if you find yourself out in front, then Sylvanas is less good, because generally you're trying to keep your opponent's board clear. So in that respect, Cairn might be, you know, significantly better for that. And of course, you know, Kel'Thuzad's a really solid body. You know, I'm gonna go with Cairn, but any of those, I think, absolutely fine. I think they're all first rate. I've gone off Noble Sacrifice a lot. It's pretty easy to play around, and certainly against Druid and Rogue it's terrible. Dranghawk's equally terrible, so Mad Bomber's not a good choice, but it's better than the other two. Wow. I want them all. Raging Worgen and Worgen Infiltrator, both solid. Hand of Protection, okay, but not as good. I think we go with the Worgen Infiltrator here. And this, we have to just take the big guy here. Big guy! Well, we've got a few guys here at 1 and 2 mana already. So maybe we can pass on the Raptor there, because we might get like another couple of 2-drops forced on us. So the question is between sort of a 4-7 and a 5-6. And I'm going to go with the 5-6 there. I like both the Farseer and the Blessing of Kings. Generally, I mean, I always say this with Paladin, you're going to get a lot of 4-drops. You know, there's lots of forecasting costs. There's like 10 or 11 that are really good 4-drops. Whereas the Farseer is just like a super solid 3-drop. So we're going to take that and assume we get some cards of 4 mana. Champion is the one that sticks out here. I'm just making sure we Yep, we have just the one card with Death Rattle, so definitely Techamp. And the Azure Drake. Like Twilight Drake's fine, but if it gets silenced, it's really a kick in the balls there. And this is going to be the Hand of Protection. You know, there's times when it can be pretty decent. There's a tempo card, really. Here's one of these 4-drops that we quite like. The Shield Master, obviously Yetis, Dark Iron Dwarfs, Ogre Magi, True Silver Champions, Blessing of Kings. There's Hammer of Wrath. There's so many cards at 4 mana. A little bit of me wants to take the Stormwind Champ, because it is a ridiculous card. But then we have to look at the Ogre Magi and yet another Farseer, and I think we have to pick the Farseer here. And a Consecration. Finally. Do we get a True Silver today? Halfway through. No, nothing yet. Still nothing. But again, another sort of significant choice here. We've got a lot going on at 2 and 3 mana. Like, sometimes it's not too bad if your 3-drop is actually a 2-drop. Because a lot of the 3-drops can trade with some of the 2-drops. I mean, not my 2-drops, because they're 2 3s, and they'll just run themselves into the 3 3s. But it feels like maybe we go for something like an Archmage. But Scarlet Crusade is also fairly decent. I love it when it offers you 3 epics and they're all bad. Don't really have anything to buff this ooze up at all. Yeah, nothing at all for the ooze. The Murloc War Leader, no Murlocs. And the Mountain Giant, not a huge fan of either. So I guess we just take the ooze there, really. Yeah, and then hope to play it on the same turn as the Shattered Sun Cleric. Well, I really like Stranglethorn Tiger, because you can play the Tiger and then put like Hand of Protection or Argent Protector on it next turn and hit something for 5, which seems really good. There are also Murlocs. Forcing the Murlocs on me. But we do have a lot going on at 2 mana there. I still can't bring myself to take Dancing Sword, so... Yay! Sludge Belcher, he seems cool. Questing Grand Adventure is probably not bad in this kind of deck. It's fairly fast, but I do like Sludge Belcher. Urgh. Guess it's a Light's Justice, since I'm not getting any True Silver Champions. Again! You gonna give me one before the end? Still no. So, Shield Master or another War Golem. Shield Master seems cool. I don't think the Fairy Dragon's much good here at this point, with given all the 2-drops I do have. I seem to be okay for the cheap stuff, so even though Stormwind Knights are like a lot weaker. Likewise, I don't really want a second Mad Bomber and Eye for an Eyes crap. And given how cheap this deck is, it makes sense to finish off with an equality, really. So again, it's pretty much the same as my last Pally one. No True Silvers, 1 Consecration, 1 equality. And took a while, that one, to draft. A couple of difficult choices, but I don't think there's anything special about this deck, you know. Again, it's just like a lot like the other one. It might struggle in the late game a bit. Yeah, no peacekeepers either.
I will fight with honor.
Looks good. If we get really lucky, he makes a 2-1 on turn 1, and we get to coin a Mad Bomber and have a 70% chance of killing it. Then putting a bubble on it the following turn. Then giving it +1/+1 turn after that. So this is oh, and he binned his entire hand there. So he's either looking for something like an Innovate, or, you know, or he just doesn't have that many 1 and 2 drops. Well, I was gonna play the Mad Bomber. I probably still should, shouldn't I? Because the thing is, right, I can either play the Walking Infiltrator and then turn to make the Argent Protector when he makes a 2-3, and they trade off. Or I just wait a turn and make the Mad Bomber, or just coin out the Mad Bomber straight away and put the Protector on it turn 2.
Summoning portal open.
Not on my watch.
So this forces him to pretty much use his hero ability this turn, and it gives me a fairly good tempo boost, really. And it makes sense to actually play the Jungle Panther here.
This is my responsibility.
Because if I play the Shattered Sun Cleric and turn this into a 3-3, it's a lot easier for him to make his decisions this turn as to what to play. He should have just pinged that for 1 and then attacked it to finish it off.
It's time for a little reporting for duty.
So I'm thinking here about sort of coining out an Archmage.
Ready to ride.
Because we can give that +1/+1, and now obviously a bubble on top of all of that. Because that's the one thing Druids often struggle with, actually dealing damage.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Don't blink. Oh, you want me reporting for duty.
So, you know, the hand and protection did its job there.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
So it makes the most sense to maybe trade these off and then hope to get one hit on the Shattered Sun Cleric.
Push forward.
Wanna push something up?
And obviously miss completely.
For justice.
I'm guessing he has a second ooze by the fact that he played the first one out, right?
I wonder. I must safeguard the land.
Must be nice.
For justice.
I think we just go to his face at this point and hope that the taunts hold, you know, him off really. Yeah, well, we all knew that was going to happen, didn't we? Like, not a big surprise.
Oh, yeah, you got it. Get behind me.
Reporting for duty. The battle for justice.
You're gonna make another tree and ruin my day completely, because you know I've got no silences. And no humilities, no older peacekeepers, no nothing.
What to do?
All you need to do is make a tree.
I wonder.
I've got a huge. I've got the beast in my sights.
I guess we just go straight for him here, right?
The battle for justice. Eyes are open. Reporting for duty.
There you go, make some taunts. The old attack then concede. A classic play. So we got there. Again, no, like the no true silvers is very punishing on this deck. And we didn't see our MVP. No can. I really hate playing against Iron Barks. Certainly with my last two decks, neither of them have been able to deal with it.
With honor.
So again, we're looking for Argent Protector, really. Meh.
It's time for a little blood.
I think it's better than leading out with the Use, because we might, you know, we might just happen to pick up our Shattered Sun Cleric. But then again, that said, maybe the fact of sort of Shattered Sun Cleric on a 2-3 turning it into a 3-4, you know, he might play a 3-3 next turn. And then I get to enrage the Berserker. I mean, that seems...
Let me think. Who you want to kill?
better than waiting.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
Now, it could be tempting for some people to run the 2-3 into the 2-2, but then he's probably got an explosive trap, which would then wipe out my side of the board. So if instead I take out the 2-2 and then attack with this, if he's got an explosive trap, then this enrages hits him for 5.
For justice. Who you want me killed?
Misdirection seems fine.
Reporting for duty.
He still enrages anyway because the weapon. That's even better. Oh, that's fantastic. That's pretty funny stuff.
For justice. The battle.
His misdirection's epic, isn't it? Pretty certain it's epic, so you wouldn't really expect that. You'd be expecting more sort of freezing traps and certainly explosive traps. Because freezing traps are even not that good in Arena, to be honest. That good, eh?
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Reporting for duty. For justice.
I guess he's got like an Unleash the Hounds in his hand, and he's hoping to like get his Buzzard out for 5 mana, and then unleash on the same turn. won't have long enough. He's basically got to unleash the hounds and run his 5 guys into my 4/6, right?
Get behind me.
Eyes are open.
Let them push forward.
The battle! The battle!
And there's my full board of guys. And maybe he'll play his Unleash the Hounds now. No idea what this guy's doing. He's got so many cards in his hand and just refusing to play them. And here comes Unleash the Hounds. Oh, no. Houndmaster. Okay, there's a kill command. No, he just has terrible cards. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Job done.
Push forward.
The battle! The battle!
Bring pain.
For the king!
For honor.
I just don't know why he wasn't playing these other cards. I mean, they weren't particularly great, those 2 cards, but he couldn't have had that many terrible cards. Still, I'll take the free win. I thought, oh, you must have some trick up his sleeve. Like, nope. Just drafted some pretty poor cards in the end.
Watch your back.
I will fight with honor.
Well, I mean, I have 1 consecration. It's almost worth just keeping it, right? Because Rogue can get a fast start going second, you know, if they go like Coin Scrub Town. So I might find myself sort of falling behind, and I'm really needing it. The reason I make a 1/1 instead of the Worgen Infiltrator here is it kind of makes him use his weapon. And then, like, the idea was then I get to put sort of Acolyte of Pain onto a fairly empty board, really.
The battle!
I could have run the 1/1 into the Haunted Creeper. That might have been a good choice. Has he got a Wolf Rider for my Acolyte of Pain? He doesn't. You're not the only ones who can make taunts. So I might be able to do the old Equality Consecrate combo at this rate. And having just picked up Cairn as well, I might do pretty well.
Ready to ride.
bring pain.
So many options.
Looks fine to me. Everything's gonna die in a huge consecration. No reason to do anything but this, is there?
Not on my watch.
Might as well keep this alive. Be marginally more annoying in an attempt to draw 2 cards off it.
Some's
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Bring pain.
Now that's a good draw, actually. It's
reporting for duty.
I'm going to leave it like that, with the obviously intention of playing the Stormwind champion and having a lot of guys. I mean, sure, you know, you could have a fan of knives, but it doesn't really bother me too much if he does.
Pass me that arc-light spanner!
Bring out your dead.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
I smell blood.
To battle!
That's a pretty scary looking board for him there. That's fine. No problems at all, it's just coming down next turn. And we get to do it all over again.
The might of Stormwind!
First,
Wanna blow something up?
He's a very good shot, isn't he? He's a very, very good shot.
take heart.
It's time for a little blood.
But I feel in a pretty good place at the moment.
The gates are open.
Could draw my Mad Bomber and then rage my own Berserker, that would be pretty sweet. No such luck.
For honor.
Who you want me? Ready for this?
But we'll just make some more big guys. Seems a lot more effective than making small guys.
Blood and plunder.
Ow. Have a board full of guys.
Reporting for duty.
That's a lot of dudes. You got a fan of knives for all of those dudes? Multiple fan of knives? Needs a bit of spell power and then a fan of knives. Yep, congrats sir, you've hit me for 3. Blade Flurry, a last card. Fantastic. He's king of the world, isn't he? He's like needed the perfect card off the top there.
I can't do that.
Apparently I can't do that.
I give up.
It's a pretty funny perfect draw that, isn't it? It's like I really need a Blade Flurry and a Deadly Poison this turn. Ah, look at that. But we got there, you know. The deck's quite good at beating stuff up when they have a slow start. Not very good at just dealing with the opponent's guys, though. You know, he just makes Lord of the Arena, which is a pretty bad card in Arena, ironically enough. And yeah, I go, yeah, you killed 2 of my guys with it because I don't have any tricks really or anything like that. Perfect start again, Infiltrator, Protector. So, yeah, great, opening hand this. And then he's going to go coin Mad Bomber, as everyone does against my Infiltrators.
I can taste the man.
Wow. Playing the old Mana Addict.
It's time for a little blood.
We'll leave the 2-1 in stealth for the moment. He can't even cleave here to do damage to both of my guys, but it'll enrage this, which would then trade with the Mana Addict.
Who you want me kill? Not on my watch.
First
So the reason I attacked the 1-1 there is if in case he had a weapon or something like that.
It's time for a little blood. Reporting for duty. This is my room. Who you want me here?
Because he could have took the bubble off with the 1-1 and then killed it with the weapon. Nice draw.
To battle! Who you want me kill?
no point when your guy first, is there?
Let the pain speak to me. Let the pain
Who you want me
to me.
So I'll make my own Acolyte of Pain in the hope of like soaking up an attack from the Knife Juggler. How lucky! That was beautiful. Run this in, draw a card.
Bring pain.
He also has a Belcher. I feel fine just running these in, to be honest.
Bring the pain.
If it'll let me click on the card, thank you very much. And if you've got any quality in your hand, it makes sense to make all your little guys. In case he dumps something big with Taunt out. But again, it just feels like another player who's drafted this really slow deck. It doesn't help that they've gone second in the matchup, you know, it's always gonna sort of be on top of it for that reason.
You call that?
Like, go Light's Justice. I mean, he's still got 8 cards in his hand, which is pretty ridiculous. I recommend playing stuff with Taunt. Well, he's lost if he armors up. Oh, he's lost anyway.
The battle!
Yeah, so if he'd armoured up, I still would have equality'd hit him for 5. I think. Yeah, because of the weapon in my hand. That was the killing blow. Because I would have done like 4 with my guys, but because he played the Arcane Golem, he had 2 less health. So it didn't change anything. It's a good start. It's not a broken deck, this. You know, it's going to lose to the broken deck. It's going to lose to mages, I think. Sure enough, straight as soon as I say that, it's a mage.
You asked for it.
Fight with honor.
So we're gonna keep this haunted creeper. We're going first, which gives us a chance. It's basically 2 mana for a 3/4 in statistics, so
One shot.
it's actually pretty reasonable. Wow, are you actually going to coin into a ping? Really? Okay, it's your funeral, as they say. So, Shattered Sun Cleric, or one of these guys.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
So I think he wasted his coin there, and he's going to let me get on top of the game because of that. And then comes the obvious obligatory water elemental to ruin my day. But he can't Blizzard next turn, and he gets to run his 3/6 into my 3/5, and then I can always heal it up with the Farseer, and we'll still be sort of 2 turns away from the Flame Strike. Yep. There goes Mr. Fireball.
For this.
But yeah, this definitely feels like the right thing to do here. If he attacks my 4/7, then he's obviously got a Flame Strike. He's very good at his polymorphs and fireballs today. If you're worried about a Flame Strike, Ken's probably the guy to play. You're going to show me yet another polymorph? Of course you are, of course you are. Yeah, of course you've got yet another polymorph. Why wouldn't you?
Reporting for duty.
I mean, I can't even get 1 polymorph when I play Mage, and he's got 2 in his top 11 cards.
Join or die, or both.
The battle!
It's time for a little blood. It's time for a little blood.
But he's down to 5. Does he have a 3rd polymorph? Or a Flame Strike at this point. We'll do it.
Ready to ride.
So he's obviously got another Fireball or Frostbolt or Polymorph somewhere in his deck that he's looking for. Still looking for it.
Bring out your dead.
Oh well, we got there. It was hard work. But we made it. Sheeps. I think that's another mage who's relying on his one flame strike in his deck to pull him out. But he needed those two polymorphs just to stay in the game there. Like, if he hadn't have drawn those, that was game over. And again, it's like no true silver champion. You know, if I get a true silver champion, I can just beat up those cult masters and things that are letting him draw cards. Like, it's the one card I think Pally wants above anything else in Arena.
You asked for it.
Ah, Stranglethorn Tiger. We finally see it in the deck. I love him, but not right now. I don't. Awesome! Wow, amazing opening hand that is. You always want that Worgen Argent Protector start. So ridiculous. It's a dream start, and the Shattered Sun Cleric just makes it better. Because you get to go turn 1, turn 2, he makes a 3-3 on turn 3, and then you get to buff your 2-1 to a 3-2 and beat that up and send the others in. And now we just sit here, waiting for the guy with 1 mana to decide if he's going to do something.
Runs out on me.
Or maybe he's disconnected. It's possible. It can happen. Oh, okay. We have movement. Well, he did come back, but now he's gone again. And now he's back again.
Not on my watch.
Makes sense to do this because, you know, he has to waste 2 mana pinging it, so that ruins his following turn.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
First,
This is my responsibility.
Doesn't really matter which one you buff there.
Push forward.
I possibly could have used the coin there. I can't think of any other time I would use the coin after that, really. I mean, I might use it next turn for the Archmage, I guess that's possible. Let's see if he pings his own Gurubashi here. If he does, I have to trade off my 3-2 Shattered Sun Cleric afterwards. And and then play an Archmage, because that's big enough to survive the Flame Strike. No, of course he's got a Polymorph. So I can play the Archmage, and he might ping his own guy to trade off there. Or we can play the Bodyguard and maybe coin out the Murlocs. But that does open, like anything we do opens us up to Flame Strike really.
Ready for this?
Of course.
But if I do it this way, then at least I can consecrate to kill the Gurubashi and do some damage to whatever else he's playing. If he chooses to run the Gurubashi into my 3-3. In other words, if he doesn't have a Flame Strike.
What to do?
If he's got something like an Earthen Ring Farseer himself, then it's just sad times all round, really. I definitely just lose if he has 2 Flame Strikes. Like, I can play around one to some degree, but if he makes a second Flame Strike, it's just sort of GG there. So like I said, I'm actually going to coin here in case it's a counter spell. And I'm also gonna play around the Vaporize if it's one of those. So I won't need to do that now.
Don't blink.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, if I was smarter, I'd have played the Tidehunter before consecrating, right? Sure as eggs is eggs, there's the Flame Strike.
It's time for a little blood.
So again, if he's got another Flame Strike, I think the plan here
My eyes are open. Reporting for duty.
is just to do that, really. There's Flame Strike number 2, and you don't get to target that. So, it's a damn shame. How lucky! You're gonna show me a 3rd Flame Strike. Wow, Hand of Protection
My magic
actually
heart.
just won me the game. Sending him the thank you because he's threatened. I can't believe Hand of Protection actually won me the game there, but sorry, Flame Strike, Fireballs. Yeah, when you so as soon as you hit a certain amount of wins and you're playing against Mage, you know that's the reason why they're there. What is this?
You asked for it.
It's like, I also have Flame Strike. Leave me alone! I don't want any of those cards. They're all pretty useless opening hand. Much better. This I can work with. I mean, this is probably one of the weakest Pally decks I've ever sort of took to like 5-0 and things like that. Really isn't much to it at all. Now that's a little bit annoying because I play this and then he gets to attack it and ping and he's left with a guy afterwards. We could just make a 1/1 and then he has to ping it. Because if we make either of these, certainly if we make the Farseer, he has to just ping that as well. And we don't really have a turn 4 play.
Reporting for duty.
So let him just ping it and then I can use a Consecrate maybe in a bit. If he doesn't ping it, then awesome. Awesome! Very nice draw that was.
Reporting for duty.
So yeah, a little bit of a slow hand just because of the way things played out there, but I think not throwing my cards away is more important at this point.
I wonder.
Now he can either make one of his 4 drops or ping my 1/1. He knows he has to ping my 1/1. So he just makes the 4/4 instead. I'm going to regret not hitting him for 1 there. Now he's going to make Harrison. So we've got a few choices. Haunted Creeper. And give it +1. That's not a terrible option. Or obviously Shattered Sun Cleric with the Earthen Ring Farseer. I like the Haunted Creeper because I've got Equality in my hand.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
So if he makes something big, we do get to take it out. We know we're going to have like a guy, hopefully, at the end of it.
What to do?
Such as that. Equality Consecrate. Or just Equality.
Let me think.
Just Equality seems right here, to be honest.
For justice.
behind me. Push forward.
And in case he's got a flame strike, run the 3-1 in there, because obviously if you run the haunted creeper in, we get 4 guys, and then he gets to flame strike everything away. If we're lucky, he plays a cult master here. But he may just be stalling with like a flame strike in his hand. Hoping we're gonna dump loads of guys out.
Let the pain speak to me.
I'll take him out.
Eyes are open. Reporting for justice.
So it could be a counter spell. Could be a vaporize. And there is the flame strike. Like, we knew it was in there. It's like, oh, I'm so skillful. Check me out.
Reporting for duty.
Check how skillful I am. Playing Flame Strike.
I'm ready. I'm not ready.
Yarp. I mean, we've got 2 cards here with a huge amount of spell power.
To battle!
How many more skill strikes you got then? Oh, thank you. Thank you for making that horrible misplay. I do love it when they misplay. But, again, he's probably got a counterspell, right? You'd certainly think that. But,
I wonder.
I think it's something we just have to go,
Ready for
yeah,
this?
whatever. Shock. So, I could have made the Stormwind champion and beat up his 4-4, that was also an option. But as you can see, you know, that's just what Flame Strike does. Just 3 for 1s and then he just builds up a bunch of card advantage because of it.
I wonder.
Swimmy guys can do it. Not hard.
Drink with me, friend.
Yep. Not much I can do about this.
For the Lich King!
Mind if I
roll need?
It is great when they take forever over a turn.
Behold the light of for justice.
Feel free to play another Flame Strike. Again, it's not a hard play. Like, if you don't have anything, just run your 2 guys into my 6/6 and play the other 4 cards in your hand. And you win at that point because you're at 26 and I'm on 17. It really is that simple. Just run your 2 guys into my 6/6 and play the 4 cards in your hand. It doesn't matter what 4 cards they are, just play them and you will have won.
What to do? What to do?
Like, stop. Like, card advantage doesn't matter at this point because I have no cards in my hand. There's no decisions to make. There we go. He got there eventually. He was like, "Yeah, I just win." I'm like, yes, you just win. You just play the cards in your hand. There you go. That wasn't hard, was it? How was that difficult? Wow, he had Arcane Explosion on top of all of that. Again, it's like, why are you taking an hour over making that decision? You just win the game. Unbelievable. Sat there thinking for a minute with no decisions to make. Yeah, there's sometimes when the slow play is ridiculous, and that was one of those cases. Yeah, but you just can't beat Flame Strike. Because you want to throw all your guys out to actually give yourself a chance of beating the Mage. Because you know the longer the game goes on, the more likely he is to win. But you have to hold back. And therefore, the inevitable happens. So, bit of a slow hand, this one. Certainly not going to coin out an Echoing Ooze or anything like that. We get a little bit lucky that he doesn't have a play on turn 2. I guess we throw the Mad Bomber out first. As long as it hits him once, I'm happy. Like, I'm totally fine with taking the 2 damage off it, you know. I expect that.
Sorry about it.
I don't expect it to behave. So, like, that's fine. I mean, not that it particularly matters. I'm gonna just heal back up next turn. I mean, I could have possibly just made like the Echoing Ooze there and then coined into the Stranglethorn Tiger and then healed the Tiger up after attacking the turn after. Like, that might have been an option. So we got some interesting plays this turn actually, because we could attack the 2/3 and use the Light's Justice to deal with the 2/1 afterwards, or we could coin out the Tiger like we were going to before, which helps us out if he makes a Druid of the Claw next turn, because we can actually, well, beat it up. We can beat it up and like finish it off with the last justice. And it pretty much makes him make a big guy.
Where shall I strike?
You know, he can't make like a small guy or something. Oh, and that was just a perfect draw again.
For justice.
Of course.
So again, I don't like attacking the 2-3 here because of swipe. Because he gets to clear my board if I attack that, because this will be like a 3-1. He kind of still gets to do it, but so I might as well get the 3 damage in, right? Oh, and there we go. You just know he's going to have that swipe.
Ready for this? For justice.
Other druids get swipe, I don't. So we need to make a couple of big guys, because for his obligatory iron bark that he's going to show up with.
For justice.
Don't blink. For the king! For honor!
But we had to use the bubble to keep my 4-7 alive, so now he just gets to make his iron bark, right? And I have to pray for my quality off the top of the deck. Good. Gives me the tiniest of chances there. Ooh, nice draw. Azure Drake or Sludge Belcher.
For justice.
Don't blink.
So I'm setting up to sort of draw my Stormwind champion. Or my equality, like both of those cards will be good in this situation.
I must safeguard the land.
How lucky! Very, very nice draw. Let's see what we get off this first though. Might be a consecration.
Not on my watch.
Don't blink.
Reporting for duty.
Look at that spell power. If only I could draw my 1 consecration. Make me cry with a Deathwing. Well, he doesn't have any AoE, which is nice because he's beating up my 2-2. I guess he's got an iron bark. Yep. It's an iron bark. Obviously. Top deck of the century? Nope.
Get behind me.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, my last few arena videos didn't have any iron barks, any swipes, any flame strikes, any fireballs. And all my opponents so far, that's what they've been playing them against me. Going, yep, I got the good stuff. But yeah, two runs in a row with no true silvers for when I picked Pally, obviously. I mean, 7 runs in a row with no true silvers if you include the times I don't pick Paladin. He's been playing around Consecration the whole time. I've been like, I don't have anything. Don't look at me, I've got nothing. I just have terrible cards. Pretty good. It still feels like I have the tiniest chance in the game. You know, the tiny chance. But I need to draw my Consecration to do that. Maybe I've already played it, maybe I've just completely blanked it from my mind. Fairly certain I haven't played it yet. But he has to have 2 terrible cards in his hand. And he doesn't have 2 terrible cards. So now I need to draw my War Golem or something. Or my Stormwind Champion. Another swipe? Really? Wow, no, he wouldn't have another swipe. Is he going to do 1 damage to his Spiteful Smith? By attacking with his Ghoul? Sure. Yeah, maybe better attack with the Ghoul there. Wow, that's like pretty much the worst card I could have hoped for. Have a Worgen Infiltrator. Yeah. He hits me for 9 the next turn, and so he just has to make any guy, and that's the 10th point of damage. So, needs to be good. Have a 2-1. So yeah, it turns out when people play good cards and I don't have good cards in my deck, I just lose, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's been really, really rough couple of drafts recently. I mean, like, everyone goes, oh, but you got Khan. Well, I never saw Khan. I saw the Echoing Ooze, like, every single time. Get rid of all of those. And this might be another loss, going second with a slow hand, unfortunately. Might be super tough to get into this one. And now I draw the Worgen Infiltrator.
I smell blood.
It's could have done with that turn 1. You have to give it +1 with the Shattered Sun. Oh, we've wasted his turn, so I guess that's okay.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Pandaria will be ours.
Didn't expect that one. Not gonna lie to you. I guess it's best to get it out of the way this turn.
For honor.
Push forward.
First kill.
I don't want him healing it up. Wow.
Wanna blow something up?
Can't nail a 1-1. Obviously I don't care about hitting the 3-3 because he just gets to heal it up, but I really wanted to hit the 1-1 there.
My shield for Argus.
Yep, I'm in trouble now. As you can see, he's got good card advantage over me here, sort of 6-3. I only have one extra guy on the board, so he's up 2 cards, and like several of my cards are crap. And yeah, and none of them are as good as that. Oh, okay. That's giving me a slight chance then.
Take heart. The Earth Mother is near.
So as long as he doesn't have another Temple Enforcer, I have a tiny chance in this game. If he has another Temple Enforcer, it's GG. That is fine.
I'm ready. I'm not ready.
That is also fine.
For honor. My eyes are open.
For justice.
But yeah, I think Holy Nova should be enough to beat me here, but I can't really play around anything at that point.
The damned stand ready.
Yep, just make guys.
For honor.
Reporting for duty.
Not much I can do against the strategy of making solid guys. Pretty much game.
Don't mess with Tusker.
For justice.
For honor.
Reporting for duty.
Pretty much nothing can beat that Temple Enforcer. So, you know, we've lost this one. Like, so skillful. Just having better cards. Yeah, his deck's ridiculous. Oh. That was literally one of the few cards that could help me.
Get behind me.
Ishne alo pora.
One, two. Runs that into that. Yeah, it's the healing up bit afterwards that gets me, isn't it? Runs that into that. So I can, like,
For justice.
I can consecrate and run the Bairn into his 6/8. Awesome! How lucky! Wow, even luckier! It doesn't really change anything. I'm better just yeah. Just gotta play
Ready
it,
for this?
I think I actually have to hit him for 4 here. And hope he doesn't have another healing spell. Because obviously you can pump it back up to 6/4. But what's the point? Unless he has yet another healing spell.
Silvermoon shall not fall.
Like, why did he heal if he's just going to run it into my guy? Why are you racing? Okay, you just helped me out even more there. Thank you very much.
Not on my watch.
Ishne alo pora.
Don't blink.
He's actually tried really hard to lose the game. Why would he do that? Why would you not trade off there?
Reporting for duty.
Don't blink.
The battle.
So, you know, lucky top deck from me with the Argent Protector. But then he just didn't want to kill his Temple Enforcer. You're on 1.
Ishne alo pora.
And you've got 2 cards you can't play. I guess they're like Divine something or other.
The battle. Reporting for duty.
Or you have a Deathwing. And you're just sandbagging. Ah, okay, it's a circle of healing. Double circle of healing, right?
I'll put it on your head.
Yeah, Shadow Word Pains feels pretty crap when I have 4 power guys.
You had better.
Yeah, he threw that game away. Yeah, I think he had me by the short and curlies there, and he just got greedy with his Temple Enforcer, and I got to make it to 7 wins because of it. Like, at that point, he just had big guys. I mean, I had to top deck my Consecration just to stay in the game. But after I did, he's got to kill my guy with his Temple Enforcer.
Uther versus
Oh, so I'm very happy to make it to 7 wins.
Watch your back.
I will fight with honor.
Maybe you can keep the Twilight Drake as the Acolyte of Pain, right? Yeah, it's going to draw a replacement card. Yeah, I can go with this. Yay! As soon as that first barrel hits the other guy, I don't care. I'm happy. It didn't do 3 points of damage to me. I don't care what happens after that. Wow, and we get to play the Argent Protector. Amazing. Perfect dream start.
not on my watch.
Like, that is just a ridiculous pally start. You know, it's just the best start in the game as far as I'm concerned. Yarp!
This is my spot.
I might as well make the Acolyte of Pain there and suck up his other weapon swing. See, that's taking a risk there. Assuming I don't have anything for that. Guys! That was a lot of guys, wasn't it, for 4 mana?
You love my new recipe.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. You could have just attacked it with your Grizzly, you know. So the plan here is he makes a guy, we run the Tiger in and heal up with the Farseer. I'm gonna stick to that plan.
It's time for a little blood.
Another Swamp Ooze. Yeah, he just can't keep them in his hand. He has to play them. Doesn't really have a choice there. And now I draw my weapon.
Get behind me.
Reporting for duty.
First, who you want me?
So this is just 2 people swinging at each other, and he went first, and I've managed to get like on top of the tempo. Yeah, he's just got a hand of assassinates. Luckily my equality should also help level that out.
Who you want me to report justice?
No, I won't play the equality this turn.
It's time for a little
Might
blood.
play it now, however.
For justice. Reporting who you want me killed.
Fan of Knives! Spell power, Fan of Knives. Doesn't do it. And doesn't do it either. So we get there again. Just scraping by there, just enough. All because of that opening hand of going, make guy, bubble it, kill your guy. Like, that's the only reason I won that game. So we get to 8 wins again with really what's another fairly average deck, I think. You know, no tricks, no Blessing of Kings, no True Silvers, 1 Consecrate, 1 Argent Protector, no Hammer of Wrath, like, no Dark Iron Dwarves, no Chillwind Jetties.
You asked for it.
Yeah, I feel this guy's gonna beat me up now. Yeah, if you're playing a mage with a bunch of wins. Bad things are gonna happen to you. He'll be sat on his 3 flame strikes. That's an interesting draw, that.
It's time for a little blood.
So he gets to run that in and ping to finish it off, and I get to, like, make an ooze and use the Light's Justice to finish it off, so they pretty much level each other out there.
For justice.
Yeah, I've drawn all my cheap cards here, so I would like a few bigger guys very soon.
Shields up.
That's fine. I'm just going to run my 2-1 in anyway. Maybe 1, 2, 3. Bubbling 2-1 seems pretty bad and embarrassing, to be honest.
Eyes are open.
Let's do this properly. Let's think about it. We gotta run the 2-1 in there, right? 1, 2, 3. Run the 2-1 into that. Finish it off next turn.
I wonder.
Or put the bubble. I probably do have to put the bubble on the 2-1.
I must move quickly.
Yeah.
First
Reporting for duty.
Well, I missed out on a point of damage there, but I think that's the only way I can play that, to be honest. Yeah, it's like if he's got Kona Colds and stuff like that, it's like, yeah, it just beats me. I'd love to, like, stop drawing the crappy guys at some point. But apparently not. I'm just gonna have more crappy guys.
Reporting for duty.
First kill.
The battle.
Nothing I can do. My hand is terrible. Now I equality. Say sorry.
The battle.
First kill.
For justice. The battle.
So embarrassing, isn't it? Like, what is my deck doing at all? It's like, yeah, he's just falling over to Arcane Explosion. It's so sad and pathetic. That's pretty funny as well. I think we just make another 1-1.
The battle. The battle.
It doesn't really change anything if he's got a Flame Strike. You know, it still like wipes out my Shield Master. I'm shocked it's a Flame Strike. Crazy, huh? Who would have thought that?
Ready for this? Reporting for duty.
That a mage on a bunch of wins would have a flame. He's probably got like 3 polymorphs in his hand going, I can't bring myself to polymorph a 1-1. And I'm like, yeah dude, you know, it's pretty bad, isn't it?
Dingo! Yes!
It's a pretty sad state of affairs, polymorphing a 1-1.
Don't blink.
Eyes are open.
Hit me with your second Flame Strike, and we're done.
For not a time.
Yeah, pretty much beats me. I don't think that's an out. That's still a me getting my ass kicked.
Of course.
Reporting for duty. For justice.
Yep, looking pretty sad and pathetic over here. With just my Guardian of Kings left. Pretty much drew all the worst cards there. And we needed him to not have a Flame Strike. Yep. My deck sucks. And it didn't matter what that card was. So I'm just really happy at getting to 8 wins with another terrible deck here. Just a deck of average guys. And the Golden Argent Protector mocking me for playing Paladin. Well, went better than expected anyway, I thought. Certainly could have gone a lot worse. Didn't really see as much as Khan as I'd have liked to. And there's 5 more cards we're never going to play. So anyway guys, thanks for checking this video out, and to those of you who have been supporting me over at patreon.com, you know, very much appreciate it, and until next time, ta-ta.